Page 61. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Whoa! That was incredible. The tavern owner was completely floored. Lin Mo's magic trick caught Rayleigh off guard, his relaxed expression vanishing for a moment. That's... Rayleigh said, surprised, could that be, God's avoidance? Lin Mo silently resecured Lake Toya to his waist, grabbed the wine bottle, and took a drink. Rayleigh's gaze toward Lin Mo changed. He was certain Lin Mo had just used God's avoidance. It was Roger's signature sword technique. Even knowing the theory behind it, most people could never learn it, and even with talent, it would take years of practice. How had Lin Mo pulled it off? Rayleigh hadn't really bought into Hongfa's prediction that Lin Mo would shake the world. Now, he was a believer. To learn and use even that man's sword skills with such ease, this kid was definitely something special. Not gonna dodge? Lin Mo asked blandly after taking another swig of wine. Rayleigh snapped back to reality, realizing there were a bunch of Marines gathering in the alley outside, drawn by the commotion. That little rascal is pretty sharp, he thought. Rayleigh couldn't help but study him, his eyes full of admiration. He grinned, stood up, and addressed the tavern owner. Boss, mind if I borrow your storage room for a bit? Confused, the tavern owner simply nodded. Rayleigh headed straight for the warehouse in the back, usually used for storing booze. Soon after he disappeared inside, Smoker arrived with several Marines. The sight of bodies littering the floor made Smoker scowl. He glanced at Lin Mo, who was calmly drinking at the bar like nothing had happened. That brat again. He muttered. Could he have done this? Smoker turned to his men. Get these bodies out of here. Aye, sir. The Marines immediately started hauling the bodies away. Smoker, meanwhile, took a seat next to Lin Mo. His eyes drifted to the empty wine bottle sitting beside Lin Mo. Narrowing his eyes, Smoker asked, You drink that bottle, too? Lin Mo casually glanced at the empty bottle Rayleigh had finished off and continued drinking, ignoring Smoker completely. Irritated by the cold shoulder, Smoker told the tavern owner, Rum. Make it a double. The tavern owner just scoffed. Ain't serving you anything here. Smoker didn't give a damn about the tavern owner's attitude. He grabbed a bottle from the shelf, popped the cork with a cigarette, and took a long gulp. Little punk, did you kill those guys on the floor? Smoker asked flatly. Lin Mo replied calmly, Nope. Just then, a Marine shouted, Sir. We've got one alive. Smoker looked over at the man being carried by the Marine. His face registered surprise. That's Ghost Akin, captain of the Creek Pirates. I heard Creek died a few days ago, and Akin's been tearing the place apart looking for the guy who killed him to get revenge. What's he doing here? You wouldn't happen to be the one who iced Creek, would you? Smoker stared at Lin Mo, his eyes wide with surprise. Lin Mo just kept drinking, unfazed, like it was none of his business. Chapter 41, Luoge Town's Gambling Den Delight ===. Ding, Pluto Rayleigh acknowledges you. Sign-in progress plus 20%, current total, 50%. Knowledge hockey level plus 1, current level, LV4. The sudden system notification nearly made Lin Mo choke on his drink. The surge in knowledge hockey immediately made him aware of the heartbeats of almost everyone in Luoge Town. The cacophony gave Lin Mo a splitting headache. Thankfully, the noise only lasted a few seconds before fading. Lin Mo silently massaged his temples. This Rayleigh is interesting, he thought. Even outside of the tavern's main room, he could contribute to Lin Mo's sign-in progress. Smoker, having been watching Lin Mo, noticed his sudden discomfort and asked, What's wrong with you? Lin Mo replied nonchalantly, Nothing. Really? Smoker was skeptical. When Lin Mo didn't respond, Smoker continued, Maybe you had one too many? Lin Mo just gave him a blank look. Drink too much? Not a chance, just because he looked like a kid. Page 62. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In fact, he could practically drink anyone under the table. Before ending up in the pirate world, he was a teetotaler. Alcohol was like water to him, but Lin Mo always knew his limits. He'd stop drinking at the first hint of a buzz. Heh, what a cautious guy. Seeing Lin Mo still ignoring him, Smoker took another long swig of his drink. By now, the sailors had cleared away all the bodies from the tavern. "Mr. Smoker, sir, what do we do with the bodies?" one of the sailors asked respectfully. Smoker said dismissively, "Take them to the dump." "What if some are still alive, sir?" "Just shut them up." "Yes, sir." The sailor left the tavern immediately. Now, only the tavern owner, Lin Mo, and Rayleigh, hiding in the back room, remained. "There's gonna be a swarm of pirates in Rogue Town soon," Smoker said between drinks. "Besides the execution platform where they offed Roger, this tavern, named after him, will be a magnet. I'll be dropping by more often, boss." "Damn it, you just want to tear my place down." The tavern owner grumbled, "If you're bored, stake out the port. Isn't that where pirates come ashore? Quit hanging around my place. Some pirates are smarter than you think. Those you catch at the port are small fry," Smoker said, biting his cigar. "I don't know why, but I have a feeling something big is about to happen. Roger's death date might be a game changer." "Humph. So what if it is?" The tavern owner scoffed. "I'm just a small-time tavern owner. Besides, I'm booked solid these days. No more guests. Go catch your pirates at the port, down the alleys, I don't care, just don't get in my way here." "Booked?" Smoker asked, surprised. "Who booked it?" "Lin Mo," the tavern owner said flatly. "Yep, him." He'd never betray Rayleigh. Smoker paused, then said, relieved, "Right, the kid did just score a big bounty today. Makes sense he'd have the cash to rent the place." He finished his bottle, put down a handful of berry, got up, and gave Lin Mo another look before leaving. "You planning on sticking around till after Roger's execution?" Lin Mo wrote, "Maybe. Depends on my mood." "Oh, depends on your mood." Smoker didn't say anything else, turned, and left the tavern. Soon after Smoker was gone, Rayleigh emerged from the back room. "Ha ha, seems this tavern's caught the eye of that young marine." Rayleigh chuckled. The tavern owner frowned. "Mr. Rayleigh, I'm getting a headache, and you're laughing? That Smoker guy's been bugging me every few days since he got stationed in Rogue Town. He's caught a bunch of pirates, sure, but he's almost trashed my place a few times. Everything has its ups and downs. The guy being around helps as much as it hurts," Rayleigh said, grabbing another bottle, uncorking it, taking a sip, and continuing, "After all, there are still some unruly pirates in this world." "True enough." The tavern owner sighed. "If only all pirates could be like Roger." "Ha ha ha, enough talk. Let's drink." Rayleigh laughed and offered the tavern owner a drink. The tavern owner gave a forced smile and headed for the door. "Drink up. I'll lock up so no troublemakers wander in." Rayleigh downed his wine and turned to Lin Mo, who looked like he'd had enough. "I just started, and you're already tapped out," Lin Mo said, speechless. "I've had a lot already." "Ha ha ha." Rayleigh laughed. "Still a kid. Hey, you want to hear some stories about Roger? I got tons that nobody else knows." "Not interested." "Don't be like that." Rayleigh grinned. "Ah, haven't had a good drink like this in ages. I'm heading out for some fun later. You wanna come?" "No." Lin Mo refused. He could guess what Rayleigh meant by fun. 9 times out of 10, it was gambling. Since the Roger pirates disbanded, Rayleigh had become an old gambler since settling down in the Sabaody archipelago. Besides taking odd jobs, his daily routine involved drinking or gambling at the casino. Despite his vast knowledge, he still lost frequently, even his wine money. He'd even sell himself to slavers to make a quick buck. Lin Mo had no interest in gambling. He'd rather find a place to soak up the sun and take a nap. Seeing that Lin Mo wasn't interested, Rayleigh said, "All right, I'll go alone. I'm feeling lucky today. I should win big, ahaha." Rayleigh grabbed a bottle of wine and headed for the door, running into the returning tavern owner. "Mr. Rayleigh, where are you going?" Rayleigh smiled and asked, isn't there an underground casino nearby? It should still be open, right? Huh. The tavern owner looked confused. It's still there, but there haven't been many gamblers lately. The casino's barely breaking even and probably won't last much longer. Ha ha ha, as long as it's open, I'll go take a look. Mr. Rayleigh, you didn't used to gamble before. Why are you so hooked now? Small stakes. Just a little fun. I'm out of here. Don't wait for me for dinner tonight. Page 63. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Rayleigh left the tavern, chuckling. The barkeep scratched his head, embarrassed. Lin Mo just smiled to himself, losing money for nothing, so this is small-time gambling, huh? Chapter 42, Akiji gets dragged into doing his job in Rogue Town. Shortly after Rayleigh left, Lin Mo also headed out of the tavern. Seeing that it was still early, Lin Mo found a secluded little beach. Behind a rock near the water, he conjured up a beach chair from his system inventory, kicked back, and settled in for a nap. Just a few minutes after he'd drifted off, he heard approaching footsteps. Oh. Nice spot. Guess someone beat me to it. A familiar drawl reached Lin Mo's ears. Lin Mo frowned, recognizing the voice instantly. It was Akiji. Without acknowledging him, Lin Mo simply turned his head and tried to get back to sleep. Akiji just smirked, didn't say anything, pulled down his sleep mask, and stood perfectly still next to Lin Mo, also trying to catch some Z's. Time ticked by. Behind the rock, two guys were napping. Meanwhile, a pirate ship was quietly approaching the deserted beach. They dropped anchor near the shore, and dozens of people in plain clothes silently disembarked. Cautiously, they made their way towards town. Passing the rock, they saw the two guys lounging behind it. They froze. What's with these two? A nervous-looking kid in a tricorn hat whispered. Captain, they might have seen us. Should we take them out? The captain, a scruffy guy with a beard, smacked the kid upside the head. Idiot. They're asleep. They probably didn't see us. Just be quiet and don't wake them. But captain, what if they're faking? Xiao Jia should go check. If they are faking it, and spread the word about us landing, then we'll get caught real quick. Yeah, let Xiao Jia go poke around. If they're faking it, the Navy will be on us in no time. Captain, you just keep watch here. I'll go take a look. Idiot, don't you dare. The bearded man tried to stop him, but the kid, Xiao Jia, already had his cutlass drawn, slowly approaching Lin Mo and Akiji. Captain, I'm going in. Xiao Jia whispered nervously to the bearded man. The bearded man groaned and covered his face. The rest of the crew were getting excited. Go get them, Xiao Jia. Show those two what's what. Don't be a chicken, man. Do it for the crew, don't let us down. Huh, Xiao Jia's got this. Even if those two don't die, they'll be hurting. Hey, but doesn't the guy standing up look familiar? Old Boo, your eyesight's going. Everyone looks familiar to you these days. Back with Lin Mo. He and Akiji had noticed the pirates a long time ago, but because they were being quiet and trying not to disturb them, Lin Mo figured he'd just ignore them. Small-timers weren't worth the effort, but now, this group kept saying to be quiet, but they wouldn't shut up, and Lin Mo was getting annoyed. Xiao Jia reached Lin Mo and Akiji, hesitated, then cautiously extended his cutlass towards Lin Mo. The tip of the blade was barely 2 inches from Lin Mo's face when Lin Mo suddenly snapped his eyes open. Xiao Jia jumped back in fright, dropping his sword. Why don't you bug off? Akiji pushed his sleep mask up and stared lazily at Xiao Jia. Xiao Jia's legs turned to jelly, and he collapsed to the ground. They were faking. Captain, what do we do? Should we kill them? Xiao Jia looked to the bearded man, pleading for help. The bearded man paled slightly and stammered, just come back here. Xiao Jia scrambled back to the bearded man's side, keeping a wary eye on Qingji and Lin Mo. The bearded man said nervously, listen, you two, best not to do anything rash. I've got 50 guys. There are only two of you. You're outmatched. Promise you won't tell the Navy we landed, and we'll let you go. The Navy? Lin Mo scoffed and pointed to Akiji. That's him. Huh. The pirates looked shocked. Akiji scratched his head and said lazily, Smoker asked me to help him catch pirates, but I agreed to catch Roger on the day he died, so go away, I don't intend to catch you now. What? He's a Marine. Oh man, talk about bad luck. Why'd we have to run into the Navy the second we landed? We're screwed. He's going to rat us out. Wait. I remember now. He is a Marine. I saw his photo in the news a while ago. It's Akiji from the Navy HQ. Page 64. You are listening at novelfull.audio. What? An admiral? Old boo, are you pulling my leg? No joke, I'm telling you the truth. He really is Admiral Akiji from Navy headquarters. We're done for. An admiral could wipe us out with a flick of his wrist. We're toast, boss. What do we do? Seeing the pirates freaking out, Akiji couldn't help but sweat. He sighed, I already said, I'm not here to arrest you. Just listen to what I have to say, will ya? But nobody was listening. The pirates, including their captain, looked like their world was ending. Screw it. We're dead either way, might as well go down swinging. Even if there's only a sliver of hope, maybe we'll get a miracle. Brothers, charge. Yeah. Better to gamble than just wait to die. Let's get them. Let's go. Watching the pirates rush him, Akiji felt totally bummed. He glanced at Lin Mo, who had already gotten off the recliner with a blank look on his face, gathering his things like he wasn't involved. Akiji just shook his head. Seriously? I said I'm not here to arrest you. Can't any of you listen? Just leave. You're making a mess. The pirates swarmed him. Akiji really didn't want to fight at first, easily dodging a few of their clumsy attacks, but he had no choice. He unleashed his Ice Age attack, and a blast of freezing air swept over the pirates. They howled as they were instantly turned into ice statues. Akiji scratched his head inside. What a bunch of hardheads. It would have been so much easier if they just left. Lin Mo smirked, wordlessly dragging his recliner back inside. Akiji watched him go, stroking his chin thoughtfully. That kid's something else. Ice cold. Before Akiji could dwell on it, his den mushi rang. He answered it. Karp's voice boomed, Hey, Kazan. You made it to Luoge Town yet? Did you run into a kid named Lin Mo? Lin Mo? Kazan scratched his head. Yeah, he was just here. Chapter 43, Luoge Town, Akiji meets Rayleigh. Hey, you here? That failing casino on West Street got a shot in the arm from some old guy. Huh? What are you talking about? That place was circling the drain. No way someone saved it. I'm serious. This old dude is loaded. He goes big every time, only wins the first bet, then keeps losing like he's trying to throw the game. Yeah, I heard that too. Apparently, he keeps betting when he's losing, like he doesn't know when to quit. They say he's down over 100 million berries. Ha! Sounds like some senile old fool. 100 million. That's enough to set up a family of 3 for life. Lin Mo overheard the gossip on the way back to the tavern. He knew they had to be talking about Rayleigh. He wasn't sure if the part about saving the casino was true, but losing a fortune was definitely something Rayleigh would do. Good thing the guy gave most of his money to the tavern owner before hitting the casino. Otherwise, he would be flat broke. Lin Mo kept walking, turning a corner in an alley. He ran into Rayleigh, who was strolling towards him with a cheerful look. Yo, Lin Mo, Rayleigh greeted him with a smile and a wave. Lin Mo nodded in response, expressionless. Ha ha ha. Today wasn't my day. I bet on the last roll, even though I was tapped out. The result was bigger than I expected. A pity. If I had a pot to piss in, I would have cleaned up. Rayleigh glanced at Lin Mo. You must be sitting on a fortune. Spot me a few berries, Lin Mo. This guy's down so bad he's begging now. This is Dark King Rayleigh, Lin Mo deadpanned, no loans. Huh? You sure you won't help me out? Rayleigh asked regretfully. If you lend me some dough, I'll pay you back with interest. How about an extra 20%? No way. Lin Mo thought for a second and smirked. I'll make you a deal. I'll loan you the money, if you call off the drink you owe me. Rayleigh stared at Lin Mo for a second, then burst out laughing. Ha ha ha. I never thought you'd go to such lengths to weasel out of a drink. If that's the case, I'll pass. Lin Mo. So, money and gambling are second to a drink. Lin Mo would never understand why this guy was so hung up on buying him a drink. Give him 100 million berries and a bottle of booze, he'd pick the booze every time. Ha ha ha, forget about it. Let's head back to the tavern and keep the party going. Rayleigh laughed, playfully slapping Lin Mo on the back, intending to nudge him forward, but as soon as his hand got close, Lin Mo sidestepped him. It looked like a coincidence, but Rayleigh knew Lin Mo did it on purpose. He withdrew his hand, thoughtfully remarking, looks like you really don't like being touched. I don't like people yapping at me. Could you pipe down? Lin Mo retorted dryly. Rayleigh chuckled again. Ha ha ha, you're one strange kid. Lin Mo was too tired to argue, so he walked faster. Rayleigh followed him. They reached the entrance of the tavern. Bartolomeo was squatting on the stone steps. Page 65. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Seeing Lin Mo, Bartolomeo practically leaped off the steps, grinning. Hey, I asked around at the bar. You're Lin Mo, right? I'm Bartolomeo. Wanna be friends? Lin Mo just stared. Well, aren't you popular? Rayleigh chuckled. Bartolomeo was bouncing with excitement. Lin Mo, you're seriously awesome. You look even younger than me. Dude, I really want to be your friend. Just say yes, okay? Nope. Lin Mo said flatly, brushing past him into the tavern. Bartolomeo froze, looking like his dog just died. No way. He hates me. Rayleigh clapped him on the shoulder as he walked by. A real friendship can take a beating. If you can't handle this, maybe you should give up now. That kid Lin Mo doesn't play nice with everyone. Rayleigh followed Lin Mo inside, leaving Bartolomeo to stare, swallowing hard. His spirits, which had just plummeted, started to rise again. Bartolomeo pumped his fist. That's right. If I can't even pass this test, I don't deserve to be Lin Mo's friend. Huh, I'll definitely win you over. Lin Mo, inside the tavern, had heard everything Rayleigh said. The tavern owner saw them and immediately set out drinks. Lin Mo popped the cork and took a swig. Why are you humoring that weirdo? He said, rolling his eyes. Rayleigh laughed. Better to have a friend than an enemy, right? That green-haired kid might look like a troublemaker, but he's pretty simple. He might not be much help now, but who knows? He could be useful later. Lin Mo wasn't convinced. Yeah, right, Lin Mo knew better than anyone what the future held for that spiky-haired fanboy. He didn't need some guy who'd blindly worship him and go completely overboard. Let him fawn over Luffy. Stop wasting your breath, Lin Mo said, taking another drink. Rayleigh just smiled and didn't say anything. The tavern owner wiped down the bar, chuckling. It's amazing, Lin Mo. The way you talk to Mr. Rayleigh, you're gotta be the youngest person to pull that off. It's alright, Rayleigh waved it off. The kid's got a point. I was sticking my nose where it didn't belong, While Rayleigh was laughing and drinking, a cold presence appeared outside. Bang, the tavern door lock exploded. A tall figure walked down the stone steps. Before the tavern owner could even gasp, Akiji was standing in the doorway. He ducked his head, looking into the dim light. When Akiji saw who Lin Mo was drinking with, he looked surprised. Huh? Rayleigh, the Dark King? What's he doing in Rogue Town? Roger's death anniversary. Akiji pushed open the door and walked in. The tavern owner was terrified when Akiji recognized Rayleigh, calm as you please, kept drinking and smiled. I'm retired, you Navy guys are really persistent. The bounty's still on your head. Retirement doesn't erase piracy, Akiji said, sitting down across from Lin Mo. He looked at the tavern owner and held up a hand. Hey, barkeep, a glass of sherry, please. Chapter 44 Luoge Town, seeing isn't always believing. Lin Mo and Rayleigh weren't surprised by Akiji's sudden appearance, but the tavern owner, especially after hearing Akiji was Navy, was as white as a sheet. Even with Akiji asking for sherry, he just stood there frozen. He was racking his brain, wondering what to do. He didn't want Rayleigh getting arrested. Seeing the tavern owner wasn't moving, Akiji repeated, Hey, can you hear me? Sherry, please. Thanks. Ha. The tavern owner snapped out of it, scowling. I don't have any sherry here. If you want a drink, try another place in town. Oh, no sherry, Akiji said, scratching his head. He glanced at the rum Lin Mo was drinking. Fine, then I'll have a bottle of whatever this kid's having. The tavern owner clenched his fists, his face red. Are you even listening? You're not getting anything to drink. Mr. Rayleigh and Mr. Lin Mo have reserved this place since noon. I'm not selling you a single drop. Got it? Get out now. Why are you getting mad? Akiji asked innocently. I just want a drink. If the place is reserved, there's nothing I can do. Just give him a bottle, Rayleigh said casually. The tavern owner was dumbfounded. Mr. Rayleigh, he's Navy. He could arrest you. Why would you buy him a drink? Rayleigh waved his hand. It's fine, it's fine. Even if he wants to arrest me, he'd better be able to back it up, But. The tavern owner hesitated. Akiji added, Don't worry, I'm not here to arrest Rayleigh. Even though seeing him here is a surprise. Truth be told, he was even more surprised Lin Mo was hanging out with Rayleigh. The tavern owner shook his head, grabbed a bottle from the shelf, and slammed it down in front of Akiji. Akiji uncorked the bottle and took a sip. Turning to Lin Mo, he said, I didn't expect you to know Rayleigh, the Dark King. Maybe Smoker's worries will come true. Smoker's worry was that Lin Mo would refuse to join the Navy and wind up a pirate. Lin Mo just gave him a deadpan look. Don't worry. It won't happen. Humans are the most unpredictable species, Akiji said, taking another drink. Even you can't know what your future self will do. After all, no one can guarantee what's going to happen. Lin Mo knew it was true, so what? Page 66. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It's not like he had much choice anyway. Stuck with the traveler system. Even without it, he wouldn't join anyone's crew. That's just him. Lin Mo chuckled, I know what I'm doing. Navy, pirates, doesn't matter. Not now, not ever. Take it or leave it. I don't owe you an explanation. Heh, Akiji smiled. You sure you wouldn't want to reconsider joining the Navy? Nope. Right then, Lin Mo's system chimed in. Ding. Rejected Admiral Akiji's invitation. Sign in progress plus 10%. Total, 60%. Reward, armament hockey level plus 1. Current level, LV5, instantly, Lin Mo felt a surge of power. This armament hockey boost was subtle, so Akiji and Rayleigh were none the wiser. Interesting. Lin Mo couldn't help but smirk. When he'd run into Shanks and Karp before, they'd asked a bunch of times before triggering the progress. This Akiji guy lucked out, almost like he was asking offhand, and boom, progress. Guess you can't judge a book by its cover. Alright, whatever. Akiji wasn't like Karp, who'd nag or even pull pranks. If the guy wasn't interested, so be it. He took another swig of his drink. Just 'cause I'm not arresting you now doesn't mean I won't in the future. I promised Smoker I'd keep an eye on things around Roger's anniversary. If you cause any trouble, I'm hauling you in. Rayleigh laughed. Ha! I'm just here to pay my respects to Roger. Then I'm out. Don't worry, I won't stir up any dust unless I absolutely have to. Better be. Akiji drained his bottle and stood up. Why not have a few more before you go? Rayleigh offered with a grin. Akiji waved him off. Nah, gotta go wrangle Garp. Lin Mo. Lin Mo knew exactly why Akiji had dropped by this dive. Garp was behind it, no doubt. Even when the old codger wasn't around, he still wanted to give him a hard time. After Akiji left, he called Garp over the den mushi. Garp asked, all worked up, well. Did that punk Lin Mo agree? Akiji scratched his head, grinning. Heh, nope. Karp. Figures, Garp said, deflated. Whatever. Let him do his thing. Akiji added, oh, and I saw Rayleigh when I went to find Lin Mo. Huh. Who's that now? Silver's Rayleigh. Dark King Rayleigh. What's he doing in Luoge Town? Garp paused. Wait, why is he hanging around Lin Mo? Beats me. Looks like they're drinking buddies. Akiji scratched his head. Rayleigh says he's retiring from the pirate life, and Lin Mo's made it clear he's not joining either side. Guess there's nothing wrong with them having a drink together. Karp. Ahahaha, Garp finally chuckled. Guess so. As long as that kid Lin Mo doesn't go pirate. Hey. Luffy, you rascal, get back here. What? You want to be a pirate? Over my dead body. You and Ace are joining the Navy, end of discussion. Akiji could hear the distinct thud of Garp's fist connecting with Luffy's head before the call ended. He hung up the den mushi and yawned, shuffling lazily toward the marine base in Luoge Town. Inside the bar, after Akiji left, the owner breathed a sigh of relief. That Akiji guy seems pretty easygoing. Way better than Smoker. And he knows Mr. Rayleigh. Must be at least a lieutenant, right? Rayleigh, still nursing his drink, said casually, try Admiral. The owner froze. Huh? Admiral of the Navy headquarters? That guy? Rayleigh grinned. Yep. Though, you shouldn't be too surprised that Akiji's a big shot. The owner looked puzzled. What could be more shocking than the Admiral of the Navy headquarters showing up in Luoge Town? Rayleigh glanced at Lin Mo, who was still silently drinking, and chuckled. Wouldn't you think it's more surprising that one of the laziest admirals in the entire Navy headquarters would personally invite Lin Mo to join up? Chapter 45 The Luoge Town Memorial Day has arrived. Rayleigh, does he have to blab everything? Lin Mo shot him a look. The owner's jaw dropped. Wait, what? Lin Mo, who are you? Why would the Admiral of the Navy come begging you to join? Why, Lin Mo wished he knew. He'd turned them down 1,000,000 times, and they kept coming back for more. Were they all just this thick-skinned? Luckily, Akiji was lazy and gave up after one rejection. He'd die of boredom if he ran into a bunch more like Garp. Lin Mo ignored the owner and kept drinking. Rayleigh chuckled. Huh, your focus is definitely suited to swordsmanship. You could become the youngest master swordsman in the world. Not interested, Lin Mo deadpanned. Rayleigh kept going. Fame isn't something you can just shrug off. You can say you're not interested all you want, but once your strength hits a certain point, everyone will slap the strongest label on you. You won't have a choice in the matter. Page 67. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Okay, so the whole strongest thing. It's not about bragging. When you're so powerful you blow people's minds and leave even the so-called strongest in the dust, then everyone slaps that label on you. You don't get to choose it, it's something they just stick on you once they realize what you're capable of. That's why Lin Mo was so ticked off. He didn't need any labels, he just wanted to be left alone, definitely didn't want to fight anyone. Honestly, he'd rather be invisible, blend into the crowd, quietly finish his sign-in tasks, see the world, and sample all the best booze. That's all he asked for. but he kept running into these real pain-in-the-butt types. Lin Mo finished the last of his drink, wiped his mouth, and said, whatever. Labels, whatever. Doesn't matter, long as they don't get in my way. You're pretty chill about it, Rayleigh chuckled. You're not like anyone I've met. Most adults can't handle it this well. You sure you're just a kid, Lin Mo? Lin Mo glanced at him, smiled faintly, and said, 10, last birthday. Thanks for asking. Ha! Rayleigh roared with laughter. 10 years old, huh? You're a riot. The bartender just stared at them, totally lost. Rayleigh turned to him. Hey, boss. A few more bottles, stat. I'm gonna get hammered with Lin Mo tonight. Ha ha ha. Right away. The bartender nodded, grabbing bottles from the shelves and piling them up on the bar. That night, Lin Mo and Rayleigh drank until they were almost puking. It was a dead heat as to who could hold their liquor better. It was probably the closest Lin Mo had come to being drunk since he'd arrived in the One Piece world. The bartender led Lin Mo to the guest room he'd arranged. Just as he was about to crash, ding ding, the system notification popped up in his head again. Drinking with Dark King Rayleigh, sign in progress plus 10%. Current total progress, 70%. Lin Mo was stunned for a second, then let out a dry chuckle. He honestly didn't expect that drinking with Rayleigh would trigger the progress task, no reward, but hey, he'd take it. He didn't give it another thought before closing his eyes and passing out. Days passed. Lin Mo would wander around town when he was bored, then nap in the perfect spot he'd found. Qingji also kept an eye on the place, and the two of them would often sleep there, one on the deck chair and the other just standing guard. During the day, Rayleigh would occasionally snag a few bounty heads, have the bartender cash them in at the marine base, and then gamble it all away. The casino was in full swing, and every evening, Lin Mo would happily drink with Rayleigh at the tavern. Like he said, Smoker would swing by Roger's tavern several times a day, and he actually managed to nab a few notorious pirates who were sneaking ashore. Bartolomeo, meanwhile, was following Lin Mo around almost 24/7. Gotta give it to the guy, his tracking skills were definitely better than Zoro's. Still, no matter how well he hid, he couldn't escape Lin Mo's observation hockey. Then came the day of Roger's execution. First thing in the morning, Rayleigh got 2 bottles of rum from the bartender and told Lin Mo they were heading out. Lin Mo didn't want to go, didn't need to go, but figuring it might trigger a sign-in task, he tagged along. The sky was gloomy, and it was drizzling. Rayleigh held a black umbrella as he and Lin Mo walked side by side. Soon, they reached an alley on the edge of the central square. Because of the weather, there wasn't much traffic in the square, and even though they couldn't see any Marines, both Lin Mo and Rayleigh could sense a ton of them hiding in the surrounding buildings, lying in wait. Anyone suspicious approaching the execution platform was as good as arrested. Looks like getting to the platform won't be easy. Rayleigh sighed, eyeing the platform just 200 meters away. I wasn't there for Roger's execution. You wanna know why? Lin Mo didn't say anything. To be honest, he didn't really care. Rayleigh glanced at him, smiled, and said, I figured you wouldn't. Heh, if I'd been there, even if he'd have been mad at me, I wouldn't have been able to stop myself from trying to save that idiot. So, Lin Mo said, pointing to the 2 bottles of booze under Rayleigh's arm. What's the plan with those? Rayleigh didn't answer. Suddenly, a huge explosion rocked the main street. Instantly, screams filled the square. There were already few people around, but now everyone was running for their lives. Oh, figures, Rayleigh said with a wry smile. I was hoping to wait for a few more people to pass by. If I go now, I'll be a sitting duck for the Marines. Ha ha ha. Lin Mo just gave him a blank stare. With your strength, you're scared of those pea shooters? Lin Mo turned his attention to the main street, which was now hidden in thick smoke. When the smoke cleared, the only thing left was a massive crater leading into the central square. It was like a bomb had appeared out of thin air and detonated in a building nearby. Page 68. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Biting down on his cigar, Smoker scanned Main Street through his telescope. When the smoke cleared, nobody was there. He frowned. Just then, a Marine rushed up. Sir, two suspicious individuals spotted in the southwest alley. Smoker swung his binoculars in that direction. Sure enough, at the alley entrance stood two figures beneath a black umbrella, one tall, one short. The tall one was cloaked, face hidden by the hood. But Smoker recognized the shorter man instantly. Lin Mo. Smoker muttered, scowling. What's he doing here? And that guy next to him, doesn't look like the owner of Roger's Tavern. Who the hell? Chapter 46 Luoge Town remembers the best friend. Rayleigh Smoker had deployed hundreds of Marines around Central Square at dawn, ready to ambush any pirates who came to pay homage to Roger. A lot of people thought it was pointless, total strangers showing up to commemorate a pirate they'd never even met, but Roger's death had ignited the great pirate era. Especially pirates from the East Blue. Many of them admired Roger and saw him as a role model. Before sailing into the Grand Line, many would visit Luoge Town, wanting to see where the Pirate King had grown up. Smoker kept his binoculars trained on Lin Mo, trying to identify the other man. The weather sucked, and the guy had an umbrella and a hood. No matter how hard he stared, Smoker couldn't get a good look. Then, Akiji, sprawled on the floor behind him, drawled, "That's Rayleigh." Smoker froze. He glanced back at Akiji, eyebrows furrowed. "What did you say?" Akiji scratched his head, sat up, and said blankly, "The one with him." "That's the Dark King, Rayleigh." "What?" Smoker was stunned. "Hades Rayleigh? Are you serious?" "Yep." Akiji nodded. Smoker's expression darkened. "This is bad. If that's Rayleigh, even with your help, we might not be able to take him down. And Lin Mo's with him. Damn it. That guy lied to me. Said he'd never be a pirate, but he's hanging out with Rayleigh. Son of a. Hey, calm down," Akiji said, waving a hand. "Rayleigh supposedly retired from pirating. And Lin Mo said he's not joining up. They're just drinking buddies. They won't cause any trouble." Smoker stared at him, speechless. "How do you know they're just drinking buddies? Did you meet them before today?" "Maybe," Akiji said, scratching his head. "Saw them at Roger's Tavern. That's what they said. Shouldn't be a problem." "Not a problem. This is a problem." Smoker snapped. "Lin Mo can hang out with whoever he wants, but why Rayleigh? You know who Rayleigh is. And you believe them just because they said so. You're a Navy admiral. How can you trust pirates that easily?" Akiji looked exasperated. "Smoker, you're overthinking it. I don't think they're lying. If they start anything, I'll deal with it." "Sir, Smoker," a nervous Marine stammered from the window. "What do we do? Arrest them?" "Arrest who? You think you can arrest Hades Rayleigh?" Smoker barked. The Marine flinched. Smoker refocused on Lin Mo and Rayleigh, watching them intently. "Looks like we're being watched," Rayleigh said casually. Lin Mo just grunted, "Yeah." Rayleigh chuckled. "What do you think? Feeling a little nervous?" Lin Mo said nothing. "Ha." Rayleigh grinned. "Guess we should hurry things up. I'm heading to the execution platform. Wanna come? Lin Mo, nope. Rayleigh, alright, I'll see you later. He handed the umbrella to Lin Mo. Holding 2 bottles of rum, his glasses glinted in the rain, and he darted toward the platform. He was so fast, he was on the platform in seconds. Rayleigh nonchalantly sat down, uncorked the rum, poured 1 bottle across the wooden platform, and began drinking the other. He had so much he wanted to say, but no words came. Everything was in the wine. He finished his bottle, and then Roger's. He set the empty bottles down and lowered his head, a faint, trembling smile on his lips. The rain plastered his clothes to his body. A gust of wind tore off his hood, revealing shoulder-length, silver-white hair plastered to his face. Lin Mo stood at the alley entrance, holding the umbrella, watching Rayleigh. Soaked to the bone, without expression. It was a gloomy day, and they were over 200 meters apart. Even with the glasses, Lin Mo could tell the guy was hurting. he couldn't tell if Rayleigh was crying or not. The rain concealed everything. Smoker had been watching Rayleigh carefully, seeing him sitting motionless on the platform, his eyes narrowed. "Sir Smoker, what about the guy on the platform?" a Marine asked hesitantly. "Just wait," Smoker said, chomping his cigar. Akiji joined him at the window, surveying the scene. "It'd be a pain, and not likely to work. But if you really want to arrest Rayleigh, I could try." "Let's see what happens," Smoker said, watching the square. "I know the odds of taking down Rayleigh. Besides, that explosion on Main Street probably wasn't his doing or Lin Mo's. We'll wait for whoever caused that to show themselves." Just as Smoker finished speaking, from the hole blasted in Main Street, a group of people emerged, clad in similar armor, faces hidden. Page 69. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Everyone was wielding these bizarre weapons, unlike anything Lin Mo had ever seen before. "Let's go!" someone yelled. The group of armed figures immediately opened fire, indiscriminately attacking the surrounding buildings. Smoker frowned and barked out an order, "Round up these clowns." "Yes, sir," that the Marines drew their weapons, ready to take on the unknown assailants. Akiji and Smoker saw the attackers suddenly change direction. Without hesitation, they leaped out of the building's window. They landed just as the group of attackers collapsed to the ground. Smoker was shocked, Akiji was speechless. What the hell just happened? Smoker demanded. Chapter 47 Rewards for Raleigh, King of the Underworld and Luoge Town. Before traveling when the attackers first showed up, Lin Mo hadn't planned on getting involved. With Smoker and Akiji here, he figured they wouldn't let anyone cause too much damage to Luoge Town. But then a few of them targeted him, weapons blazing. Lin Mo dodged a few times, but got tired of it. Coating his arms in hockey, he punched several of the attackers, sending them flying. Seeing their buddies get knocked around by a kid, the rest of the group swarmed Lin Mo. The lousy weather already had him in a bad mood, so Lin Mo just glared at them. Overwhelmed by his conqueror's hockey, most of the attackers instantly dropped like flies. Rayleigh, watching the fight from the execution platform, had no intention of helping Lin Mo. Even as he was being swarmed, he didn't know exactly how strong Lin Mo was, but he knew these guys were no match for him. The moment Lin Mo unleashed his hockey, Rayleigh's eyes flashed gold. "Conqueror's hockey?" Rayleigh grinned. "You're even more impressive than I thought, Lin Mo. Roger, this kid might just change the era you started. If you were still around, you'd be excited to see this." Just then, Rayleigh sensed Smoker and Akiji landing behind him. He stood up, leaped off the execution platform, and approached them, carrying 2 empty wine bottles. Smoker narrowed his eyes. "You behind this?" Rayleigh pointed to Lin Mo in the distance, smiling. "He took care of it." Akiji stroked his chin thoughtfully. "Could he be a king?" "What?" Smoker was incredulous. "You're saying Lin Mo used Conqueror's hockey to take them down?" "No way. Not just anyone can have Conqueror's hockey, and even if Lin Mo did, how could he use it so effectively at his age?" "I'm surprised too," Rayleigh chuckled. "But he did. If Roger were here, he'd be fascinated." I've accomplished what I came here for. Time to go. Goodbye, everyone." Rayleigh laughed and turned to leave. Smoker clenched his weapon, watching Rayleigh's retreating figure. "Damn it, I'm still too weak." He knew the gap between his strength and Rayleigh's. Akiji stood only a slightly better than 50-50 chance against Rayleigh. Against Akiji, Smoker didn't even have a 1 in 3 chance, which meant, even teaming up, they'd be crushed by Rayleigh. And then there was the wild card, Lin Mo. Smoker couldn't be sure whose side Lin Mo was on. If Lin Mo helped Rayleigh, their chances of winning dropped to 0. "Hey, Smoker, you're overthinking it," Akiji said, guessing what Smoker was worried about. If Rayleigh wanted trouble, he'd have started it already. Why wait? And that little brat, Lin Mo. I've spent the last few nights with him, and we've chatted a bit. He's not interested in joining any side. No way. Smoker's face went pale. Wait, you You slept with him, Akiji rolled his eyes. What's so shocking? We just took a nap together. Smoker cleared his throat. By now, Smoker's men had emerged from the buildings where they'd been hiding. Huh? Are these intruders all taken care of? Chief Petty Officer, what do we do with them? Smoker ordered, lock them up. When they wake up, find out where they came from. Yes, sir. The Marines rushed to round up the unconscious attackers. Akiji looked in the direction Lin Mo and Rayleigh had gone. So, you're just letting them go? Smoker cleared his throat again. Let them do what they want. I'll keep your secret. Huh? Akiji looked confused. What are you talking about? Smoker said awkwardly, nothing. I'm heading out, Rayleigh said with a smile as they walked towards the port. Lin Mo just grunted in response, he was in a foul mood. Page 70. You are listening at novelfull.audio. I figured that would kick off the sign in progress. Nope, nothing. Seeing Lin Mo was spaced out, Rayleigh kept talking. So, when are you planning on heading out of Rogue Town? Soon, Lin Mo said casually. Want me to see you off then? Rayleigh asked with a grin. Lin Mo was about to say no. Rayleigh kept going, come on, after all those drinks I bought you the last few days, the least you could do is give me a lift, right? Lin Mo. Finally, Lin Mo just said, alright. Rayleigh laughed and started walking. Soon, they were at the docks. Even though it was still raining, the port was bustling with people in raincoats. Rayleigh looked at the ships docked there and said with a grin, guess which ship is mine? If you get it right, you win a prize. Lin Mo just gave him a deadpan look. A ferry? Seriously, Rayleigh? You striking me as a solo sailor type. In Lin Mo's mind, Rayleigh was a beast who swam solo from the Sabaody archipelago, through the Calm Belt, all the way to Amazon Lily. That guy didn't need a boat. Seeing Lin Mo didn't say anything, Rayleigh chuckled. What, can't figure it out? Just take a wild guess. Lin Mo didn't want to play games, so he just pointed at a small wooden rowboat tied up near the shore. Rayleigh burst out laughing again. Ha ha ha, figures you'd get it right. Yep, that's my baby. Lin Mo, Rayleigh went on, since you guessed correctly, I owe you one. Anything within my power, good or bad, I'll do it for you. Lin Mo was speechless. How did the boat he just pointed to randomly actually belong to Rayleigh? Even if it did, he didn't need any favors from Rayleigh. No thanks, Lin Mo said. I don't need your prize. Don't be so quick to say that, Rayleigh said with a smile. Who knows what'll happen down the line? It's not like you're indebted to anyone, so this is a freebie, right? Ha ha ha, consider it settled. If you ever run into trouble, find me at the Sabaody archipelago. Alright, I'm out. With that, Rayleigh hopped onto the little rowboat, waved to Lin Mo on the shore, and started rowing towards the Grand Line. Lin Mo watched the boat carrying Rayleigh disappear into the distance. As he turned to head back to the bar, he suddenly heard someone yell, Hey! My boat! Some lowlife stole my boat. Seriously, Lin Mo couldn't help but chuckle. Right then, the system's notification popped up in his head. Ding! Helping Silver's Rayleigh, sign in progress plus 10%. Current progress, 80%. He was taken aback, but before Lin Mo could even process it, the system chimed again. Ding! Receiving goodwill from Navy Officer Smoker, sign in progress plus 10%. Current progress, 90%. Reward, iron level plus 1. Current iron level, LV2, Chapter 48 The so-called experiment in Rogue Town Rogue Town Naval Base. Smoker had his men lock up the weirdos who tried to wreck Rogue Town. When they took off their armor, they realized that while they were different sizes, they all looked exactly the same. What the hell? Smoker asked, shocked. Why do these guys all look identical? Akiji stroked his chin, thinking. Human cloning. That reminds me of an outfit up in the North Blue. North Blue? Smoker asked, surprised. This is the East Blue. What would guys from the North Blue be doing here? Akiji shrugged. No idea. But these are just puppets. The real puppet master is still in Rogue Town. Damn it. Smoker frowned. How dare they come to Rogue Town and cause trouble? I'll tear this place apart to find the mastermind. The docks, Lin Mo was walking back, feeling pretty good. Who knew seeing Rayleigh off would trigger a progress mission and score him a favor to boot? Seems like today's his lucky day. He still couldn't figure out why Smoker suddenly liked him though. Maybe he'd get that last 10% progress done today. As Lin Mo walked through the archway at the port entrance onto the main street, he ran into a tall dude in a gold mask covering the top half of his face, with long golden curls. He was holding an umbrella and walking with 4 kids with different hair colors, red, blue, green, and pink. Wasn't that Germa 66? What were they doing in Rogue Town? Lin Mo stared at them, confused. Germa 66 was a powerful military organization in the North Blue, a science-based combat unit led by the Vinsmoke family, the ruling power of the Germa kingdom. The guy walking in front of the kids was none other than Vinsmoke Judge, the head of Germa 66 and the Vinsmoke family. The 4 kids behind him were all his genetically modified kids. The girl with the pink hair was Vinsmoke Reiju, the red-haired boy was Vinsmoke Ichiji, the blue-haired boy was Vinsmoke Niji.